The lights are kind of staggering a little bit, but it'll be okay. Hope everybody can hear me okay. If you do, let me know. This is a live video. This is not pre-recorded. Everything is live, so hopefully I can answer some questions for you. Hopefully I'll be able to help you out a little bit. But if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. Make sure you hit the like button. I put out videos every day trying to help you succeed in trucking. That's what this channel is all about. But today, whatever. It's night actually. I'm down here in Georgia. It's 9 o'clock. It's a little late for a live. I didn't really advertise it too much, but figured I'd go what the heck, go ahead and give it to you. But let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know where you're watching from in these comments, and I really appreciate it for you. All right, so as I said, we got a few that just joined us. If you just joined me, we're talking about the truth about being alone in a truck. A lot of drivers that follow the channel, they don't know there are a lot of new drivers going on that are coming into this business. And I want to break down the truth. That's what the channel is about. It's about trucking life. But I want to go over tonight how lonely it can be in the truck. I'm going to start off on that. I'm going to talk to you about why it's lonely in the truck. And then I want to talk to you about how you can beat that loneliness. And then I'm going to talk to you about how positive being alone in the truck can be. So that's what this channel is all about. So like I said, if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button, and we'll go from there. So first off, I want to let you know that trucking is not just a job. Okay, it is isolation. Exactly what it is. You spend about 14 hours a day inside that truck. 24 hours a day, really, but your clock is 14 hours. You got to imagine being in this truck for all these hours, all the time. It's driving. No one but your thoughts. If you can imagine that, just straight driving, just you and your thoughts. So trucking can either break you mentally or it can make you stronger. And that's what I want to break down. I'm going to talk to you about the negatives about it, and I'm going to talk to you about the positive about it too. So if you get any value from it, make sure you hit the like button. But you're going to have days that you're going to drive a truck and you're not going to speak to not one single person. You're not going to see a real live person. I mean, you'll see them. You'll see people. You'll be surrounded at the truck stop, but you'll still have that feeling of being completely lonely. You'll still have that feeling of being isolated. The anxiety, depression, and overthinking, it hits hard when you're alone. It'll get you to long nights with no one there to vent or to joke with. Those are the nights that you're going to have to face. You're going to have music, podcasts, and phone calls. That stuff's going to help, but it's not the same as real connection. So you got to be mentally prepared for that. I appreciate that like button. Somebody gave me a like while ago. Appreciate that. If you just joined us live, we're talking about the difficulty of learning to be alone in the truck. You're going to be eating alone every single night. All right, so imagine that. Most meals are solo, alone inside that truck. You see families together in restaurants, and it reminds you of what you're missing. So that's something you've got to get mentally strong for right then. If you want to support the channel, you can go to the link, Buy Me a Coffee. Somebody put it in the comments for me real quick. The Buy Me a Coffee link, you can do that. That helps support the channel. By hitting the like button, that helps also. Facebook is now demonetized me, so I'm not making any money from Facebook. So by clicking the link and Buy Me a Coffee, that does help support the channel. Or you can also do a super chat. But anyway, so missing milestones back home. You're going to miss birthdays. You're going to miss holidays. Your kids' first things. I've seen that crazy comment somebody just put on there. That's crazy. Don't pay attention to that. You're going to be out there chasing miles while life keeps moving on without you. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments, okay? The guilt of missing home, it hits hard. You know, missing your first child's steps, missing your first child's birthdays. Those are things you got to mentally prepare while you're out there making money to support that family, okay? So make sure that you're ready for that, and that's what we're breaking down. And I'm going to break down things to help get through it, but I want to go through all the negative stuff first. Social media is really not a real connection. I mean, posting and watching videos, it helps pass time. It helped me pass a lot of time, but it doesn't replace real conversations. People assume that you're out there living free on the road and you're just riding, but they don't see the silent struggles that you go through. They don't actually see that. They don't see the struggles that you have to go through. The sleeper, it isn't home, okay? What's up, big dog? Texas Truckers in the house. I see you there, big dog. How you doing, man? I just figured I'm doing a live, trying to break down the loneliness of trucking. So, trying to help these drivers out, because a lot of drivers ain't prepared for for dealing with that. I mean, no matter how cozy it gets, it's not a real bed, and it's never truly restful. And Texas trucker, you know what I'm talking about. And drivers that are getting into this, they're not prepared for that. So, yeah, I'm kind of starting off a little negative, but I'm going to break it all down for you tonight and breaking it down into the positive things. But I appreciate every person that's been watching the channel. I got a few super chats this week. Somebody donated me, Linda donated me $3 from North Dakota. I appreciate that. James from Ohio donated $1 to super chat. I appreciate that too. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate y'all. But see, nobody warns you about the loneliness. CDL school they talk about logs, they talk about backing, but they don't talk about handle the stress. What's up, Todd? Roll a little bit around while enjoying the warmth and the squishiness of the, oh God, that's a terrible comment there, but okay, whatever you think. Appreciate you watching anyway. It does help. Thank you for watching. But they don't tell you, the schools don't tell you how to do that. So that's why I have this channel, to break it down. But, you know, there is power in solitude. You learn discipline, and you'll learn self-control, and you'll learn how to be your own best friend, okay? You'll find strength that most people will never wield because they've never had to face themselves alone. And that's something you're going to find. That's something you're going to find out. It says I'm not in the truck. I drove a truck for 16 years. I come off the road last April. Now I work in the office. But yeah, I spent 16 years over the road driving a truck, so I know what it's like. I spent many a nights. But I do see your comment there, but it is definitely true. If, you know, you're not alone, but even if it feels like it, I mean, you got to tell drivers, if you're feeling isolated, you got to reach out. I mean, you got to reach out to other drivers, you got to reach out to other people, and you got to get a base that you can communicate to. Because I've been there and I made it through it, and you can make it through it too. Even though you're going through a hard time right now, you can definitely make it through it. Okay. All right. Now, I'm gonna give you 10 ways to fight loneliness as a truck driver. Okay. The number one thing you want to start to do is you want to start to create a daily call routine. A daily call routine is what you want to do. You want to start using voice messages and video chats. Instead of just texting, send voice notes or family, FaceTime with your kids, your spouse, your parents. Hearing a real voice, it hits different. So make sure you're doing those things. Make sure you're also doing that, okay? Make sure that you're communicating every day. You also want to bring like personal comforts from home. That actually helps out. Photos, blankets, favorite mugs, small things in your cab that make you feel like your space, not just a truck. But also, while I'm getting your personal things, I've got good news. Trucking Life with Sean just dropped the merch. Hopefully somebody put a link in the comments about it. I've got shirts for sale. I've got mugs for sale. Help support the channel, so make sure you go to that link. If you don't see the link in the comments, you can go to the description below. It also has a link for the merch. Just come out. I've got all kinds of different motivational shirts. I've got mugs. I've got boggins. So make sure you check all that out, okay? All right, so you want to stick to a daily routine. You wake up, stretch, clean. You want to eat, drive. Routines that give you stability when everything else feels like it's always moving. You want to make sure you have the same routine every single day. Man, podcast was my favorite. I listened to podcasts, and audiobook was like my therapy, okay? Feed your mind with motivation, laughter, stories. It breaks the silence and gives you something to look forward to every day. I used to listen to audiobooks for hours while I was driving. I remember there was one audiobook that it was called, what was it? The 1 second after. It's about an EMP that hit. And man, I would listen to that audiobook all day long. Sometimes I had to pee really bad and I don't even want to stop because it sped up the time so much by listening to these audiobooks. So listen to the audiobooks. Make sure you find something that interests you and tunes your mind. That will help break the loneliness. It'll help break the monotony of out here being a truck driver. Join Facebook groups, Reddit, YouTube. Like, follow the channel right here. Somewhere you can talk to drivers who know the same struggles. Don't go silent, because going silent is the last thing that you could do. Somebody said, yo, my friend, glad to see you. Glad to see you too, man. I'm glad you're here live tonight. I'm not sure, Trevor, if those links are going up or not. They don't show in the comments for some reason. But anyways, yeah, so you've got to join online communities just like this one right here. I don't know either. But you've got to start maybe keeping a journal or a voice log. Writing and recording your thoughts, that helps clear your mind. Okay, and it keeps things in perspective. It's like your own personal therapy. Me, I made YouTube videos, still do. That helps me express myself. Start a YouTube channel out there. Start blogging. I will support your YouTube channel. You get one going, let me know. I'll give you a shout out, and I'll help you get going. The more people we got out there that are teaching safety and teaching things like this is great. Okay, Bermuda Guy says, I run local or regional, Sean, if it works for you. Money is not the most important thing in life. It's amazing how you can still do well taking a pay cut. Your family comes first. They want you home. Absolutely. If you start out OTR and you want to eventually go local, do it. Get there. It took me a while. I went local for a little bit, went back on the road, but finally last year I worked my way up, and I'm now inside the office, and now I have a regular 8 to 5 job, and I'm off the weekends. I paid my dues, and now I can have more time for my kids and to do things. So you want to set goals like that. Say, okay, I'm going to do OTR for 4 years, 5 years, 3 years. Set you a plan and then work your way out of it. You ain't got to be OTR for life. Some guys are, but you don't have to. The guy said, I live life too, now retired. All right. I believe he said 6 months OTR with Swift, get me out of this hell. Hey, I hear you, man. I hear you. You got to find the right company there. Blazy, you got to find the right one. I was lucky to find a good company like Rosedale Transport, where they get you home every weekend. They're an back company, and I live in Georgia, so they have companies out there like that don't keep you out so long, because being out a long time is hard. You know what I mean? So Earth Amazing said, how tall are you? So over 6 foot? No, just 6 foot. My dad's 6'4", but no, I'm just 6 foot. That's it. But also want to say thank you for the super chat. TJ from Texas has donated $2 in the super chat. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That has helped support the channel by doing that. Also, like I said, you can go to the link in the description. We now have merch, y'all. I've got the shirts. I got the trucking line for Sean. It says, let's get it. I've got all kinds of different motivational shirts. It says, all kinds of different things. You just got to go check it out. So make sure you check out that link after this. And also, if you want to help buy me a coffee, you can buy me a coffee too from the link. It's in the description below. I really appreciate that. Somebody says 6 foot. Didn't know they stacked shit that high. Boy, I didn't either, boy. They did. They stacked this shit real high. 6 foot tall, big dog. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate you watching anyway. I appreciate the likes we're getting too, y'all. Thank you so much. But another thing you can do to break the monotony is get out and walk around a truck stop. Do stretches, move. Exercise, believe it or not, will fight depression. It helps you feel alive. Even after a 600-mile day, just getting out and walking. You need to get a routine of exercising. Exercising does so much for your mentality. So you need to get out there, and it doesn't take a lot, y'all. I carry dumbbells in my truck. You can get resistant bands. But just getting out, get some air, walk around. Try to normalize yourself, like cooking in your truck. I did that a lot. Try to normalize life the best you can. OTR life is not perfect, but you got to make it as best as you can. Make it comfortable in your truck like it's your home, because basically it is, because you're there. Get comfortable sheets, get comfortable pillows. Get your music that you listen to. Except what do you say, Couch Man? Yeah, you heard me. Just listen. I don't care. I don't pay no attention to people. I try to put out good stuff for y'all every day. And we get people, does some comments like that, but that's okay. Hey, ladies, leaving a comment. Appreciate it. Every comment helps, y'all. Let me know where you're watching from. But now you can use stuff like Instacart, Walmart delivery to get your groceries, to get personal things that you need. Order your own groceries. It kind of makes you feel human again, like you're living, that you're not just surviving. That's why cooking helped me out so much, is it felt like I was normal, and I had a normal life, you know what I mean? But the number one thing is talking to God. Whether you're religious or not, talking to God helps you out. Okay, speaking to Him. And if you don't know Jesus as your personal Savior, I ask you right now to ask Him into your heart. It's because He died for you on the cross. I believe in Jesus. He saved my soul. He can save yours too. No matter what you're fighting, depression, if you're having problems at home, talk to Him like He's there, because He's right there. He's right there with you, beside you in the truck. He said He'd never leave you. He'd never forsake you. And He's right there with you. So just call out to Him and talk to Him. Use this time that you're doing OTR to get close to God, so that you can get a closer walk with Him. Make sure you do that, okay? That is, it's very good. Now, I want to go into why trucking is good for you, okay? Most people can't sit in silence without distraction. Out here, you face yourself all day long, so you actually learn who you are, okay? Another thing is there's no drama, okay? There's no other distraction. So you don't have coworkers breathing down your neck. You don't have no office politics. You just have peace, your truck, and your mission. So there's a lot of good things in trucking too. Okay, there's freedom to think clearly. Okay, you being alone gives you room to reflect. You can plan your future. You can grow your mindset. Some of your best ideas will hit you around mile marker 323. I've come out with a lot of good things. A lot of good things out here on the road when I was just thinking. And I can reflect on life and the mistakes that I've made and how I want to go forward in my life. And you can do that too. You can build your relationship with God. So there's a lot of good things about being alone in the truck, not just negative. You get mentally tough. Life on the road, it builds grit. Okay, you survive hard days alone, and it makes you stronger than the average person who needs a crowd to function. I don't have to have a crowd to function anymore. By the time that I spent driving in the truck, I've learned that I can be alone. And that's what trucking taught me, is how to be alone when you need it. That's what you got to do. You discover your true independence. I mean, from fixing problems on the fly to navigating solo, you become a fully self-reliant. Like, no one's coming to save you out here, so you don't need them. No one's coming to help you out. I appreciate all the people watching in the comments. Thank you so much. Don't forget to make sure after this video you go check the link out below so you can get you some merchandise from us. We've got the Trucking Live for Sean merch. I got the shirts. I got motivational shirts. I've got boggins. I got all kinds of things. So make sure it just dropped. Make sure you check it out. And also the Buy Me a Coffee link. Or you can send a super chat. We've had a few people do a super chat tonight, and I really appreciate those super chats. Even if for $1, they help me out. They help me do the advertising. They help me make the videos, the thumbnails, all that stuff. So I do appreciate that. But like I said, building out here on the road, you build a deeper connection with God. Solitude becomes spiritual. Okay, the quiet moments under the stars, the early morning drives is a perfect time to talk to the Lord and listen. So use that time for that, okay? You can grow in silence, y'all. No one's watching. That means you can fail. You can learn. And you can grow without judgment. Self-development thrives when you're not being rushed and you're not being criticized. You ain't got somebody breathing down your neck like a 9-to-5 job like that I may have now. You know what I mean? So you don't have that. So you just got to you build yourself and you find out who you are. So there's so many good things about trucking, so many good things that they don't talk about. You appreciate home more. Time away from your family makes you value every second when you're with them. No moment wasted. So when you come home, you want to spend. I appreciate that. There, Printful Smash just donated $5. Pilot Coffee on to me, bud. Appreciate that, big dog. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That warms my heart, man. That people actually go out of the way to do a super chat like that. I appreciate that $5, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll definitely give you. I'll probably give you a coffee all the way in the morning from Big Dog. Thank you so much. That is, I'm sorry, not Printful. That's Primal Smash. Donated $5. Thank you so much, Big Dog. Thank you. So, being a truck driver, it separates the weak from the warriors. Not everyone can do what you do. So being alone out here, it proves you're built different. And that means a lot. I mean, that's something to be proud of. It's something to be proud of that you can do it. Now, you can use trucking to your advantage different ways. Okay. Now, let's say you was out there and you were just starting out trucking and you don't have a family yet. Let's say you're single and you're like, I don't really want to be a truck driver. You can make so much money and stack so much money up because you can live in your truck. You don't have a light bill, a water bill. You don't have a house payment. You don't have a car payment. You don't have insurance. All you got is your phone and your food. So even right out of school, you should be making $1,000 to $1,200 a week right out of school at your minimum. If you're making $1,200 a week, you spend $200 a week on the road, which is more than you should. That's $1,000 a week saved. $52,000 a year. 3 years, that's $150,000. Think about that for a minute. You take that $150,000 and you can buy you a house. A lot of people go to college for 4 years and they're in debt. You ain't got to do that. You can go to school for 8 weeks, get your license, do a 4-year plan, come out with $200,000. $200,000, boom, just like that. I know a guy, okay, I trained him. He was 54 years old. He's like, Sean, I'm 54. I've got no house. I've got no car. I've screwed up my life. And he said, I'm divorced. I don't know what I'm doing retired. I have no idea what I'm going to do. So, you know what happened? I talked to him about it. Let me tell you what happened. This is 4 years ago. His first year, he didn't save $50,000. He saved $30,000. Okay, he did save $30,000. He took that $30,000. This is a real true story. He went over to Alabama. He bought him an acre of land, and he bought him about 3 campers, and he put it on those land, and he started renting those campers out. He was renting those campers out for about $600 a month. So he was getting almost $2,000 a month off those campers. The following year, he did a little better. He got a little over $40,000. He turned around, bought some more land. He bought some more campers. Started renting those campers out. Anyway, as time goes by, he started adding a couple trailers. It turned into a whole damn trailer park after 4 years. All right, and he was making an income, a serious retirement income. He was bringing in $7,200 a month in passive income after 4 years of trucking. So he was able, okay, at 53, he was 58 years old, but he automatically had the money coming in. That's real talk. That's a real story. He accomplished that, had passive income coming in. So he went from to being to the end of his life to not having any money, not having nothing, to being divorced, with a record, able to save money. So trucking can do good. You can become really good at it, trucking. Now, you got a family and all that, you can support your family too. It helped me out a lot. But like I said, if you're new and you don't have that family yet, and you can get out there and grind, boy, I'm telling you, it is the business to get into, because you can make money. You can make money, you can save money, and you can come up fast. So I hope this video helps you out. I know people are out there fighting loneliness and depression. I know that. I appreciate everybody who watches. And like I told you all at the beginning, Facebook is now, they canceled my channel until June 16th, so I can't make any money off Facebook, and I relied a lot on that, but they took that away from me. So if you want to support the channel, go to the link in the description. You can buy me a coffee, you can do a super chat, or you can buy some shirts. The merchandise just dropped, so be the first one to buy the Trucking Life with Sean shirt. I've got some good motivational shirts there also, man. Some really cool stuff. I got some stuff for your wife you can check out. I've got stuff that says pain equals fuel. Pain is your fuel. I've got all kinds of different things. I wish I could throw them up there for you right now and just kind of show you all the different stuff, but I can't. You have to actually go to the link. But some of the stuff I got, let me just give you some of the ideas. Some of the shirts I got says built different. It says Trucking Life with Sean, built different. It's a cool shirt. I got shirts and hoodies that says keep going or stay broke. I like that one. That's a good one there. And I got the coffee mug also. And then, of course, I've got the Let's Get It Trucking Life Sean shirts. I do have this other one I got. It says toxic people don't drain your energy. They poison your purpose. That's a good shirt right there. I've got another shirt for trucker drivers that says discipline is doing it tired. So go ahead and check that out. If you remember, I said, go ahead, SMCH. Go ahead. What's your question there, buddy? SM86 has got a serious question. What's got? I'll help you out, man. Promise Man said, keep broke, keep going, or stay broke. It's a good shirt. Yeah, I got it. It's on my channel. Keep going or stay broke. So if y'all want to go purchase that shirt tonight, that'd help me out. Go check it out. I've got another shirt that says, and I got the saying from David Goggins. I've never heard of him, but if y'all ever heard of him, it says, get comfortable being uncomfortable. All right, I got that shirt too, so check that one out. I've also got, you can't change other people, but you can change how you respond. And that is such a true statement. So I figured out how to put that on a shirt. I love it. One of my favorite shirts on there says, excuses don't pay the bills. I like that one too. That's a good trucking shirt. It's got a truck driver on it. It's got Trucking Life on it. But I also have a boggin out. Y'all remember the boggin that says, that Tupac used to have that says Thug Life? Well, I got the boggin that says Truck Life. So make sure you check that one out also. I actually sold a couple of those today, so I appreciate that. But then I've got the shirts for the wife too. Like I got one that says, I'm not just his wife, I'm his home. Trucking Life with Sean. You can get that for your wife, so make sure you check that out also. That's pretty cool. So I got a few things for the ladies too on there if you want to get your wife or your girlfriend a shirt. I've got behind every trucker is a wife who holds it all together. That's also a good one, so check it out too. Make sure you go check out these links. I've also got a few other things that I'm making. Hopefully I've got a book that's about to come out here soon. I'm not going to advertise this yet because it ain't quite out yet. As soon as it drops, I'll let y'all know. I've got a couple books that are going to be coming out, but I appreciate you watching the channel, man. I appreciate all the super chats. Man, go subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the like button if you got any value from this. Does anybody got any, so I said be nice, be a good person. That's right. Does anybody got any questions for me? I don't mind answering any live questions while I'm here tonight. Anybody got any questions? nobody got any questions, if you don't mind, I'd like to say a prayer with y'all. Please don't close your eyes and bow your head while you're driving that truck. I don't want y'all to wreck, all right? But let's say a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, come in the name of Jesus. I ask you to touch every driver out there who's watching, anybody who's battling depression, anybody who's battling loneliness. I ask you to touch them, touch their heart, let them know that you're with them. You would never leave them. You would never forsake them. Lord, lift their burdens, their heart. If they're dealing with a past that they can't forgive themselves for, I ask you to forgive them, Lord, and let them forgive themselves. If they're not forgiving somebody else, and they got hatred in their heart, I ask you to give them peace right now, God. Guide them and help them in every single way. If there's one out there that don't know you, I ask you to ask for them to come into for you to come into their heart in the name of Jesus. You know, I would like to tell you now, it's not too late. You go around that curve right now, and you could wreck, you could die, and you could be meeting Jesus just like that. If that's you, remember Jesus died on the cross. There's two people right next to him. One of them didn't have time to get baptized. One of them didn't have time to go to church. One of them said, Father, Jesus, can I be with you today in heaven? And he said, you will be in heaven with me today. All you got to do is reach out right now and ask Jesus to come into your heart. He can help any situation you're going through, any battle, any mind battle you're going through, any struggle. There's nothing too small for my Jesus, and he can help you out. All you got to do is call upon him and declare that he is Jesus. Declare it in the name of Jesus. I appreciate you watching the channel. Thank you for all the comments. I'm going to go ahead and jump off right here. But let's turn live with Sean, baby. If they got any more questions, we can go out of here. Let's get it.